So she brought him to the US, then almost lost herself. How divorce became the turning point. Let's talk about something no one wants to say out loud. Prestige family. In the African immigrant community, there's a lot of struggles. What happens when you're the one who brought your husband to the US and now the marriage is falling apart? Imported wife and husband problems. We love to, romanticize marriages, but when it comes to Japa marriages, the struggles are deep. The Japa thing can create an invisible power dynamic, a pressure to endure even when things are clearly not working, especially for women. Let me tell you a real story. She was a Nigerian woman, driven, stable, and deeply rooted in her faith and values. She moved to the US first, secured her status, got a job, started building a life, and eventually she brought her husband over from Nigeria. She filed all the paperwork, paid the fees, waited through the process. She even took time off to help him settle. But once he arrived, things shifted. Subtly at first, then rapidly, very fast. He grew colder, distant, defensive. He didn't want to get a job right away, at least not the type of job that was available. He didn't want to have deeper conversations. He avoided growth. And when she raised concerns, he would shut down. He wasn't physically abusive, no domestic violence. He wasn't cheating, at least not that she could prove. But there was no partnership, no warmth, just entitlement, and the emotional weight fell entirely on her. She began to shrink. Her spark started to dim, and yet she stayed. Because deep down she was afraid, not of him per se, but of the narrative. She had watched all the YouTube videos, the YouTube women are wicked. How can you bring a man to the abroad and send him back? She used him. She just wanted a puppet. She's a modern woman. This is why African women can't be trusted. She didn't want to be one of those stories. So she kept managing, kept praying, kept hoping, even though she cried herself to sleep after every NSS PPD, even though she started dreading coming home, even though the silence between them had grown so loud it could shake a building. And then one day, she reached out to us, Lola and I. She didn't come to end her marriage. That's not what she wanted. She came to understand what was happening. She came for clarity. Now, as marriage coaches, we didn't give her a one-size-fits-all answer. We walked with her through the reality. We showed her how to center herself emotionally, how to separate guilt from wisdom, how to stop parenting her spouse, and start protecting her own peace. And when she finally considered divorce, sadly, a whole new fear emerged. If she files, will it trigger immigration consequences for him? Will he be forced to leave the United States within 60 days? We know those stories, right? What if she destroys his future? What if she becomes the villain in everyone's story? So she froze until she realized something profound. What was it? You remember, she was so afraid of being the bad guy. She was slowly becoming the broken one. Her mental health was cracking. Her body was reacting. Her soul felt abandoned. And that's when she did the unthinkable. She filed for divorce. Obviously not to destroy him, but to reclaim herself. She didn't file with joy. That's not always obvious to men. She filed with trembling hands and tears in her eyes, but also with one powerful truth. A woman should not be held hostage by fear of other people's opinion, especially when the marriage itself has already abandoned her, right? And here's the part no one expects. Filing for divorce changed everything, because that man who had refused to change for 2 years finally woke up. He panicked, not because she threatened him, some might believe that, but because he saw that she was no longer bluffing. She wasn't emotional. She was clear. He asked for help. For real, this time, he joined the coaching program. He started facing his own wounds, entitlement, and emotional immaturity. It wasn't magic. It wasn't instant. But for the first time, he was working, not just talking. And guess what? Today, They're still together. One day at a time, right? Still rebuilding, still learning, but she's no longer afraid of losing him. This is the culprit of everything, the fear, because she no longer needs to lose herself to keep him either. So to every woman watching this, and men too, by the way, if you're stuck in a marriage that's draining your spirit, if you're the sponsor and the emotional mule, if fear is keeping you in a place that's no longer life-giving, I want you to know this and know peace, please. Peace, please. You don't have to stay loyal to a marriage license. Okay? You're better off staying loyal to your own peace. Yeah, you might be shamed a little bit, but filing for divorce is not wickedness. Staying silent and losing yourself slowly, that's the true tragedy. And sometimes walking away isn't the end. It's the only thing that brings your spouse to the reality. Now, let's talk about you. If you're sitting on silent confusion, if you're managing, shrinking, over-functioning, hoping they will change, please don't wait until you snap. Just go to www.manofprestige.com and sign up for our 21-day virtual marriage bootcamp. You'll receive 2 free books and a full coaching framework to help you move from fear to freedom. We have this one, and we also have the number 1 red flag, right? It's not therapy, it's transformation. We help women and men to find the emotional clarity, and we can help you walk with your power, whether that means rebuilding your marriage or rebuilding yourself. You brought them to the US. That doesn't mean you owe them your soul. You deserve peace, even if no one claps for you when you choose it. So again, just go to www.manofprestige.com. Let us help you come home to you. Because saving yourself is never selfish. In fact, it's the most selfless thing you can do. And it just might be the thing that saves everything else. So let's do it like this, okay? I'm always here. We're in the show. We do the live shows. Make sure you're paying attention to the live shows. But again, maybe it's not you. Maybe it's somebody that you know that can use the help. Please share this video with somebody you know can use the help. Even if all they get is the books, which comes as free bonuses with the program. But sign up if you are marriage-minded, okay? It doesn't matter what your actual present status is. As long as you're a marriage-minded person, then we can work with you for sure. You might be in the talking stage. You might be in an actual dating phase. You might be in a relationship. You might actually be in a marriage, or maybe, unfortunately, you've ended the marriage. You're in a divorce state, but you know that there's a real need for love and connection, but you want to do it right this time around. Then make sure you go to www.manofprestige.com. With that being said, help me hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. We catch a lot of clues. We have fun on this channel. So make sure you're paying attention to the videos and the live streams that we're dropping, and take advantage of everything we have to offer. My wife and I, we do have a joint coaching platform. It's called Lola and Ola. Check that out too. It's right here on this YouTube channel. If you go to the homepage, it's probably linked on this channel as well. See you on the next one. Peace. I'll be right back.